All right, good evening. Today we are going to do the most easiest and surefire way to cook a brisket. I did a lot of these in my old restaurant, and I really wanted to come up with a way so that anybody could just make the most awesome brisket. That way, if I had a new employee or whatnot, they could just come in, and within day one, you could train them to make the best brisket you can make. They only had 2 briskets in the store I went to today. I'm up here in Acton, California, and there's not much around here. So I did pick out this one that's got a pretty even fat cap on it. I do like a little bit more right here. Sometimes this area is a little bare from when it goes through processing. I like it if it's got fat over that too, but we're just gonna add a little extra barbecue sauce over the top of that. We are not gonna trim it at all. If you are just starting to learn how to do brisket, it's better not to trim it than to over trim it. So what you do is cook this one. It's gonna come out great. There may be a few little spots on it that aren't perfect because it's not trimmed, but the meat and the goodness underneath that is gonna make up for it. So eventually, once you keep going and going and you make more and more briskets, you can trim it perfectly. But when you're just starting, leave it alone. It's better to just leave it in the state it's in than to take too much off and end up ruining your brisket. So I have what you're gonna need here today is a brisket, of course. This is my own barbecue sauce. It's a cherry jalapeno barbecue sauce. We will have that for sale eventually. If you want to have something similar, before I started making my own, I'd take Sweet Baby Ray's original barbecue sauce, and I'd add 2 to 3 parts Sweet Baby Ray's and 1 part sriracha, just to make it a little spicy. If you don't like the spicy, just use the basic Sweet Baby Ray's. Okay. Got a brisket here, which, like I said, we are not going to trim it at all. Fat side up. Take just about a cup of the barbecue sauce first and get it on the bottom of the pan.
And this is going to just coat a little bit, just give it a little bit extra layer so that it can have like barbecue sauce on it instead of so it's going to be. The pan's also going to protect as well. So the reason I came up with this way when I had restaurants for my employees, to be able to recreate the same thing for my customers each and every time. And also let it be easy to be able to train. It does take a little while to be able to trim a brisket and cook it without this pan. So what's going to happen is the brisket can start running around fat, and it's going to go into the pan, and so the bottom of it is going to be like gravy, and the top you're still going to get that really good.
We got the 1 layer barbecue sauce on the bottom. We pick this brisket up, throw it on in the pan, and then we are going to put some sauce over the top of this. And this sauce, this is my favorite here, this cherry jalapeno barbecue sauce that I do make myself, is just delicious. Like I said, Sweet Baby Ray's is a good alternative if you can't get mine or you don't make your own. And we just want it nice and even over the top. You do want to put your barbecue sauce in the refrigerator for at least a day, or at least long enough to get it refrigerator temperatures, probably at least 12 hours before you do this, because the thicker it is, the better your bark's going to be. Alright, make sure you get a good coat of it all the way around. It doesn't have to be perfectly even, it doesn't have to be pretty, it's still going to taste good. The thing you do want to make sure is you get a good layer above that part that doesn't have any fat. Okay, all done there. Got our smoker already preheated to 225 degrees. Again, the smoker is preheated to 225 degrees. We're going to throw it in the smoker as far away from the actual heat source as possible, which in this smoker is going to be in the top rack. And in 16 to 18 hours, we're going to have a delicious brisket. All right, so in our smoker here. Our heat source on this one is right in the middle on the bottom. So we're going to put this brisket up on top. That way the direct heat, it's going to get more of that indirect heat, and it's going to work out great, nice and moist and juicy. Toss that right in there. I'm going to take one of them and put them right, one thermometer, and put it right in the middle. We're going for about 200 to 203 degrees internal temperature in the thickest part of the brisket. The real trick though is once it's done, you can literally pull it out and push it in, and it just goes in like a hot knife through butter. That's when you get those briskets juicy, nice and tender. Oh yeah. All right, everybody's favorite here, smoked brisket. It's been smoking for 18 hours now. Hit an internal temp of 198, which is the low side, but as you can tell, it jiggles like jello. That's when you can tell it's done, even if you don't have a thermometer. We are gonna slice this up. I slice it a little bit different. We're gonna do it the same way I used to do in my restaurant. I find that this gets the most consistency. Instead of just slicing it against the grain, we're going to slice it against the grain and then with the grain, and then we're going to mix up all the pieces so in each bite, so it's more like a chopped brisket than a sliced brisket. That way in each bite you get a little bit of the point and a little bit of the flat, because what I find is the flat can sometimes be a little bit, the middle section here is going to be the best. That's like where it's perfect. This section can have a little bit too much fat. This section from here on can have a little bit too little fat. So when you slice it like that and you mix it all up, it just comes out wonderful. So we're gonna take this out here. Set it on there. And I have been waiting for this just because I wanted it to come out perfect. I normally can't stop myself from doing this while it's cooking, but delicious. All right, let's get her sliced up. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way here for 1 minute. Really hard. Cut this up without taking a bite. Looks like it wants to come separated, so we're just going to go ahead. All right, then we're gonna take just probably about half of what comes out in the pan and put it right over the top of that. That way when you're holding it at wherever you're cooking it, it just stays nice and moist. And mix this up a little bit. So like I said, you want the point and the flat to mix up. That way you get that perfect bite every time. Take a look at that juicy, tender deliciousness. Now, it is good just like it is. Some people, including myself, I like to add a bit of sauce to it after it's done cooking as well. But I mean, it's just good just like it is. You can leave it like this, leave your sauce on the side, so people can add it if they want. You don't want to add too much if you do add sauce to it, just because you do want to get that good beefy smoky flavor and not just cover it up with sauce. But brisket came out damn good. This is exactly the way we used to cook it at Jimmy Pepper's. If you want to know any more recipes, go ahead and leave a comment, and I will try to make kind of everything that we used to have there on this channel eventually. But I'd like to know which ones you want to see first. Let me know. As always, like and subscribe to follow more videos.